tonight's starting lineups, and let's go down and get those from Dawn Dameron Belote.
The University of Tennessee at Martin welcomes you to the championship of the Region 7 Single A Girls High School Basketball Tournament. Tonight's action will be between the Dresden Lady Lions and the Bradford Lady Red Devils. Starting for the visiting Dresden Lady Lions, forward number 24, Deneen Wyndham.
Back here. Because if it's up on the thigh, then you're not going to be, the weight will not be on the calf, it'll be on your thigh, and you'll be sitting on it. So we're going to put it right to the end of the knee here. And push it up, and flex that calf up at the top again, down to stretch it out, back up again, down.
No changes there, just as we expected them to go
Starting
tonight.
for the Bradford Lady Red Devils, guard number 10, Jennifer Holt. Guard number 20, Wendy Richardson. Forward number 25, Liz Rader. Center number 55, Shannon Sellers. And forward number 30, Christy Cochran.
All righty, we'll be right back. You're listening to the Region 7A Girls Championship game.
No matter how good your car looks, if you've got a bad muffler, that loud noise makes everything look and sound bad. That's why you should see Reagan's Muffler in South Fulton. See, they have everything to make your car muffler right. Custom pipe bending, dual exhaust, chrome extensions. They also carry brakes and shocks, even trailer hitches. Nobody does it better. Reagan's Muffler on Broadway in South Fulton. Phone today, 479-1994. That's Reagan's Muffler in South Fulton.
We're ready for this, the tip-off between Dresden and Bradford. Jumping for Bradford will be Shannon Sellers. Jumping for Dresden will be Jennifer Snyder in a battle that will be interesting to watch all night. Here's the call.
Skip Jones, Tim Burrow, and the officials. Jones will throw it up, and there it is into the air, and Dresden easily has got the tap, gives it to Wyndham as she brings it out and comes off the green in backcourt. Kelly across the timeline. She's up here at the head of the key. Bounce pass over to her teammate. That's to Oliver. Back out here to Snyder. Head of the key. Bradford's in a man-to-man. They go inside. There's Green. A gimme. Goes up off the glass. No good. And it's picked up off of there by Cochran. Green a little off balance when she took the shot. But it was a good one. Down court. Here comes Rader. No pressure on this one tonight. The only pressure is just playing before another home crowd. That's all it is tonight. And it's a great crowd for both schools tonight. Here's Sellers with the ball as Dresden opens up man-to-man. Wyndham's picking up Sellers. And Wendy Richardson is being guarded by Kelly Green. Oliver comes out to pick up Rader. Danner's got hold. Here's a fall-away jumper. Good by Cochran straight away. And it's 2-0 Bradford leading on the scoreboard in the home team. Green here trying to put it into play. And it's knocked down by Cochran. Puts it up. No good. And coming out of there with it is walking called against Wendy Richardson. Score of the game, 2-0, and Bradford leads it. Full-court press, Dave.
First turnover of the ball game. Bradford's opened up here in a full-court press against Dresden.
All right, Wyndham with the ball as they put it into play. Gets it to Green in backcourt. Kelly with it, circles off to the right. Richardson with her, reaches in and knocks it loose, but Green goes back and gets it. And here comes Green, makes a great pass inside to Snyder, goes up off the glass, beauty. And it's tied up at 2. 6:39 on the clock. Richardson just walks it up here across the timeline, goes right side and a long pass to Rader. On the wing, brings it out here to Cochran, head of the key. Now over the left side. They go to Richardson, deep left corner now. She floats it down low. Here Sellers makes a bounce pass inside, goes up. It is no good. Snyder comes up and out of there with it. Jennifer Snyder taking the rebound down. Tied up at 2 and Dresden a chance to go ahead. David Russell has already shed his jacket and rolled up his sleeves here. Head of the key. Oliver with it. Goes over to Snyder. Snyder back over here to Danner. Dresden scored 9 3-pointers. in their ballgame against Halls. Here's Snyder, comes into the paint and has to come out of there, I think. She got 1 foot in there. That was almost 3. And here's a steal by Richardson. She goes off to the races. Got Holt with her, goes up, and it's off the rim. Richardson got a rebound, tapped it up, good. 4-2. On a steal, David. Here's the inbounds pass. It goes off of Kelly Green's foot and out of bounds. And Phil Meeks is up off the bench.
That's the third turnover by Dresden here with 5:37 left in the first quarter.
The third one. Here's the inbounds pass. They bring it into Sellers on the baseline. It goes up good as it rattled in. And it's 6-2. And the press seems to be paying off a bit. Here's Wyndham with the ball, being double-teamed. Had it taken out of her hands on a steal, and Cochran had it, lost it, and rescuing it is Oliver for Dresden. Well, there's 2 back-to-back right there. Dresden back with the ball. Green in her dribble, and throws it to Danner. It's knocked down, and there's a steal down the court the other way. Here goes Sellers, driving. That's Rader, good. And it's 8-2. Dresden trailing by 6. Wyndham with the ball, and Dresden comes pumping it down the court. Wyndham may drive all the way, goes inside a gimme, got it. And that's what they're going to have to do. 8-4.
She put a real good move on Shannon Sellers, gave a stutter step there. Got the layup as
Sure did. Sure did, David. Head of the key right now. Bradford goes back to work, leading here. Holt with the ball. Left side here. They're going to drop it into Cochran's hand. Leaves it back to Sellers at the free throw line. It is perfect. 10-4. Bradford by 6. 4.5 to go in this first quarter. Oliver with the ball. Oliver comes down the court. We haven't had a foul in the game here. We played 3.5 minutes. Snyder with it. Jennifer Snyder stops. She's come out to take the point. Snyder is pushed just a bit by Sellers. First foul of the game. Score 10-4. 4:18 on the clock.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if Dresden's able to penetrate the full court pressure put on by Bradford. They haven't done a good job of it here early in the game.
I don't think they're in their rhythm yet, David.
They didn't expect to see that.
Snyder with the ball. Had it knocked right out of her hands on the inbounds pass on a steal, and out of there with it is Cochran off to Rader. My goodness. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go. We're in the first. Bradford leading it here by 6. And here's a floater inside to Sellers. She turns and shoots over Wyndham. Got it. Oh, what a perfect shot. Sellers has 6 of the 12 points that are up there. And she's got a great game going. And Dresden trails by 8. 12-4. Green overguarded by Wendy Richardson in backcourt. That was a cheap foul for Richardson, and I think she'd like to have it back.
Well, I agree with you, Paul. I'm sure she didn't really want to do that, but it was obvious that she did. She caught Kelly right across the midsection when she was going for the ball.
Here comes the ball in play. 12-4. Dresden's got it. Snyder in offensive court. Goes out on the right side now to Wyndham, who waits and hands the ball over to Green. Dresden is not taking the three-pointer this time against Halls. Here's straight away. Oliver, no good. That's the first really outside shot they take it. Sellers on the rebound. Down Richardson, goes to Cochran, throws it away, and Dresden will get it back. This time back during the Halls game, I think Dresden had launched about 5 three-pointers, and they haven't taken a 1 in the game yet.
Well, they really hadn't had the opportunity, Paul. They've had 6 turnovers in the ballgame. They're not getting it up down the court enough to really get into their offense.
Dresden trailing 12-4. Wyndham brings it up the floor by herself. Dresden wearing their black uniforms with the tape across the front, the ones that cover up the word Lions. Dresden, and then the number is what's showing. Here's Green underneath, makes a great move to the basket, goes up, scores, and Richardson draws her second foul.
Well, Wendy Richardson is doing a good job on Kelly Green. I'm sure that that's her main mission tonight, is to stop Kelly Green if she can.
3:14 on the clock. We're in the first. Dresden has cut it to 6 now. Green at the free throw line for the first free throw of the ball game. It is on its way. It is rolling in. Green has 3 points, and it's 12-7. Dresden down by 5. 3:12 to go. Richardson calls out a play, playing with 2 fouls, and that's not good to have your point guard with 2. And loses us early in the game. And here's Holt, lets one go. 12-footer, Kitty.
Bradford has come out smoking tonight.
Well, they have, Dave. Here's the inbounds. Oliver's got it, and she looks down the court. There's nobody there but Sellers, and she'll have to wait for the offense to come down. And does, gives to Green. Green, head of the key. Kelly bounces it over to Danner. Danner out there on what would be a 2 if she's took it from there. And gives it to Green. Out on the left side. Around the top of the circle, they go to the baseline. Wyndham makes a great move to the basket, scores! Wyndham, she's got 4 points, and Dresden makes it 14-9, cuts it back to 5.
Great pass by Melissa Oliver. She threw to a spot on the floor. There was nobody there when she threw it.
I'll predict that Wyndham will have 25 points before the night's over.
She's probably going to need to for Dresden to win.
Holt with it, sends it out here to Sellers, head of the key. Right side with the ball to Rader, down on the deep right corner. This is Richardson with the ball. Windy in her move, head of the key to Rader. Rader pulls the trigger, it is, oh, beauty for 3. 17-9, and they open it up here by 8 for the second time. Down court on the baseline. Here's a follow-away jumper, no good by Wyndham. Down court, Richardson throws it to Holt. Bradford's running. Holt runs it down the left side. Danner cuts her off, blocks a shot out of bounds. Saved by Green before it gets out of bounds, and she brings it up the floor. Great play by Kelly Green, who really got a round of applause. If the little girl's sick, I'll be quite frank with you. She played well on that one. Here is Snyder, got some daylight, goes up off the glass. It is a charge. Ran over Rader. That's the first Dresden foul. 1:25 to go. We're in the first quarter. Score of the game 17-9. Bradford leading.
Looks like the officials are going to let them play a little more rough than what they did the other night in the Dresden Halls game. Jennifer Snyder had 2 fouls at this point in that ballgame.
Minute 17 to go. First quarter, 17-9. Here's Rader with the ball. Liz brings it back out here to Christy Cochran. Now over to Holt, deep left corner. It goes to Richardson. Long one for 3. Oh, missed everything. Chase down, and that's Oliver coming out of there with it. Makes a pass into the hands of Snyder that was deflected, but picks it up anyway, and hands it over to Green. Green, very alert, called Oliver's number and said, throw it to her. And then she got it from Snyder. Brings it up the floor. Goes left side, Oliver with the ball. Back to Snyder. Snyder bounces it back to Danner. Danner looking for Wyndham, makes a pass to her, and Wyndham has to bounce it back out of the three-point zone. Here's Green, goes up, blocked, and draws a foul from Rader. Fans kind of thought she got a clear block on that, but Rader gets called for her first foul, and this will put Kelly Green on the free throw line for a pair.
I think the block was probably clean by Liz Rader, but she come down on Kelly Green after the shot was blocked.
Green for 2 free throws now. 17-9 with 37 seconds to go. Bradford, the free throw, it is good. I see Coach Pipkin right across from us, sitting in the Dresden section, taking all the notes right now. Green, second free throw, got them both.
Kelly 3 from 3 from the free throw line tonight so far.
And the score is 17-11 with 31 seconds to go. Pipkin and his wife both kind of run the club, but he's the boss, and she is his assistant. I imagine she runs the household, and she's well, you know what I'm saying, at home. 17 seconds to go. 17-11. Holt with it, head of the key. And they do a great job down there, those Pipkins. 10 seconds, now 9, now 8, going for 1. Here's Holt, had a notion, I thought she might have walked, but puts it up, blocked, against Oliver, and will send her to the free throw line. Stops the clock with 4 ticks to go. First quarter. And Jennifer Holt, who's pretty deadly from the free throw strike, will have a pair. 4 seconds remaining in the first quarter, 17-11. Bradford in the ball game, leading. You recall the last time they played, I believe it was the last time, Dresden didn't play till the fourth quarter and played very well in the fourth. Free throw, good. Holt makes it 18-11. 7-point game, can build the lead back. Here comes the second free throw. Holt, it is good. 19-11. And Dresden will put the ball in play out of the end zone. Has to come the distance of the court. Here comes Green. 3 seconds, 2. They get it down to Wyndham. She'll fire it up, and it'll be short. I think she was making a pass to Oliver, to be honest with you. 19-11 at the end of 1. It's Bradford. You're listening to the Region 7A Girls Basketball Championship.
While in Dresden for the sidewalk sale, stop into Kemp's Jewelry and Ladies Shop on the square for these great buys. One group of glitzy watches for ladies, 30% off. All Bulova watches, 20% off. All spring and summer Hang 10 sportswear has been reduced 20%. The height of sports fashion is ripped jeans, and Kemp's has them in bright colored fabrics, 30% off. This weekend only for the sidewalk sale. Kemp's Jewelry and Ladies Shop in downtown Dresden.
Those Esri brothers of Esri's Gas and Oil, Highway 22 bypass in Dresden, are hard-working, busy fellows who enjoy giving you fast and friendly service every time you pull up to their pumps. They show you how much you are appreciated. So if you're not already enjoying this fast, friendly service and lowest gasoline prices, then give them a try. You'll like the way those fellas operate, getting you back on the road. Esri's Gas and Oil is open early till 8 every day to serve you. Esri's Gas and Oil, Highway 22 bypass, Dresden.
19-11, Bradford over Dresden after 1, Paul.
Here's Holt with it as Bradford gets the ball on the inbounds, and Snyder knocks it down on the steal. Hands it over to Danner. I think Snyder knocked it down, but Danner got the steal out of it.
Well, the story in the first quarter was the way Bradford was playing defense, and they caused 6 turnovers in the first quarter by Dresden.
Danner brings it back out here to Snyder, head of the key, looking for Oliver. And they've got same 5 in there they came out with. Here's Oliver. Dresden not getting many shots. Green needs to kind of open that up right now. And looking for Wyndham, sets her a little screen, but not much. And here's Wyndham out of the corner. Holy smoke, good! That was from about 16 feet out.
One thing that Janine has is a lot of range that people don't realize, because most of her points do come from inside the paint, because that's where she's got to play.
19-13, 7:05 to go, first half, Bradford. Here's Holt with the ball for 3, a long one. Whoa, way too long. Wendy Richardson goes back up. Snyder blocks it and takes it right back down. Green with it for Dresden. Trailing by 6, a chance to make a move here. Here's Wyndham, and it was knocked down, almost a steal by Holt. Wyndham back with the ball. She's going to go to the paint, and I think reaching in on Holt is going to be the call, and it will. Holt will get called for her first, and Wyndham will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Well, Dresden was able to do real well from the free throw line the other night. They ended the ball game shooting 67%. And we've been getting in the bonus with 6:42 left to go in the first half. They're probably going to get a chance to shoot several in this half.
Here's Wyndham at the line now. It is on its way, and it danced off. Rebound. Sellers got it, but Snyder's on her back.
Number 2 on Jennifer Snyder.
It's only the 3rd foul on Dresden, but you're right. That's 2 on Snyder. She got 2 in the first half, and Coach Meeks making sure, checks with Mark Maddox on the scorebook. That's Dresden's regular scorekeeper. 6:35 to go. Bradford leading it by 6, 19-13. Holt with the ball. Brings it out here to Sellers. Sellers over to Rader and gives it to Richardson. Wendy in her dribble. Brings it back out here to Rader. Rader pulls the trigger. A long one. Good for 3. Rader trails it home, and that's her second 3. And it is now 22-13, a 9-point lead. Oliver with the ball as Dresden takes it up the court, and overguarding is Holt. And that's her second. 2 on Holt, 2 on Richardson. Dresden back on the free throw line where Oliver will set up and take a 1-and-1.
On this last 3-pointer down here by Liz Rader, Shannon Sellers deserves an assist for the pick that she set. She set a great screen. She was out there all by herself to shoot.
22-13, Oliver at the free throw line. Dresden is 3 for 4. This is only the 3rd player for Dresden to take a free throw, and it's good. Oliver makes it 22-14. 6:07 to go. Second free throw rattled out. It was in and came out on that. I hate to say the word bad goal, but that's really what it is up there. That was in. Bradford got the rebound and has it down the court. Offensive floor. Rader back out to Sellers. Sellers goes up and is fouled. They'll wave it off, saying Wyndham got her before the shot. In case you're wondering, Bradford section is right behind our broadcast tonight, and I mean right behind it. And that's why you're going to hear more of the boos when Dresden makes something happen. Here's Rader on the inbounds. Brings it back out to Holt. 22-14, Bradford by 8. And Rader floats it underneath. Here's Sellers, great play. Sellers going up, and it's fouled by Wyndham. And Dave, how many is that, 3?
I believe it is 3. We're going to see Aubrey coming into the ball game right here for Janine Wyndham. No, she's coming in for Jennifer Snyder. We're going to see Tracy Foster come in the ball game for Janine Danner.
Check that and see if it is 3 fouls. Maybe it's just 2, huh? 22-14. Free throw by Sellers. It is no good.
Janine Wyndham's second foul.
Excuse me, David. Appreciate you checking on that. I thought I had it for 3 there for a second. 22-14. 5:38 to go. Free throw Sellers, good. Missed her first, hit her second. Makes it 23-14, a 9-point game. Here's Green up the court. Kelly puts on the brakes, gets it in the hash mark, offensive floor. Green, right wing, to her teammate. Here's Foster, looking for Mowbray on the baseline. Kelly's really got that offense opened up, and Oliver's not moving at all. She's just standing out there on the wing. Green for 3, if it goes, got it! Oh, that's what they needed. A good dose of a 3-point shot. 23-17, and Kelly Green lights the scoreboard.
First 3-point attempt by Dresden tonight. It's a bullseye.
Well, that'll make a 9-point lead go away in a hurry. Holt with it. Has a notion on a 3. Bradford leading it by 6 with under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Rader with it. Rader and tries to drive into the paint. Gives it to Sellers at the free throw line. Holt from long range. 25-footer. No good, and Oliver's got it. He was really out of town on that one. 4 minutes, 41 seconds to go. First half. Dresden can make a run here. Oliver with it. Moves it back out to Green. Over to Oliver, deep right corner. Floats it into the paint. Here's Mowbray. Has to kick it back to Green. Now back over to Foster. Cut off. They're looking for Wyndham on the baseline. And Foster's got a notion. Puts on the brakes. Gives it back to Green. She may try to drive in. And it's kicked. And we should get the ball back here. Dresden, I think. The ball was kicked, actually. And the official waited for it to go out of bounds. Well, if there's any one reason that I think I'd like to see the game being played in Dresden is to give Don Stevens one more lick at the PA. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure he's licking his chops just thinking about playing one more game in Dresden.
He's been practicing at the bank here the last week, waiting to get back over there. It's been a long time since Don's been on the mic. Oliver with the ball, tries to drive into the paint, gets it back out to Foster. Foster back to Green, and Rader really picking up Green high right now, not letting her take many of those 3-pointers. And here is Green. Had to go out and reach for a pass by Foster. Dresden not really that sharp on their passes right now. 23-17. Dresden trails by 6. Foster goes into the paint, goes up. No good. Mowbray's on the back. On a foul on Holt. Well, I'll be glad when we get on the other end.
That is only Dresden's 9th shot that they've even attempted from the floor. Wow. Bradford has hit 9 shots from the floor. They're 9 out of 15. 16, excuse me.
I'm not so sure that it wouldn't be better for Dresden to come on down and jack it up a time or two. Maybe shake that man-to-man. Phil's really taking a lot of passes out there, or his offense is taking a lot of passes. Here's Holt at the free throw line, and she got it.
Got to give credit to the Bradford defense for making them do that.
What are they at the free throw line, Dave?
Bradford is 4 out of 5.
Here comes the second. Guy rolls around and comes off, and on the rebound, Mowbray's got it, but draws a foul. And that's Cochran. Score of the game, 24-17. We're going back the other way to shoot free throws.
A lot of snubs in the ballgame right now. Well, Dresden substituted twice in the ballgame already. Stacey Mowbray's going to be at the line for the 1-and-1.
Here comes Mowbray. It is rolling off the iron, and on the rebound, Foster knocked it down, but Holt gets it out. The ball is loose. Wendy Richardson comes up with it for Bradford. Dresden to the ball game, trailing 24-17. Bradford with the offense. About ready to go to make a move here. And Rader with it. Out on the right side, brings it into Cochran. Head of the key now. Goes over. Bradford really doing a fine job offensively. Holt cut off, gives it to Cochran. She's cut off by Mowbray. Goes over to Rader on the right side. Cut off again. Goes back to Cochran. Head of the key. Cochran wants to go inside. Winnie Richardson. Head of the key. 24-17. Bradford by 7. Holt wants to drive it down. Dumps it inside. And we've got a foul on Dresden again.
It'll be on Foster.
And that's her first. I don't know really what's going on offensively. Dresden's not at their game right now.
They really haven't been able to get into the ballgame. They've showed a lot of patience.
You got to wonder, excuse me, Dave, you got to wonder if maybe that game that they played against Halls might have been the championship game for them. I don't know. Here's the free throw by Holt. No good. And everybody going for the ball for Dresden. Oliver comes out of there with it. Foster took a lick to the floor, but she's okay. And Green with the ball straight up the floor. Green waits for they split it, go 1-2-2 here. And still looking for Wyndham. And losing her dribble as Foster has to hand it off here to Green. Wyndham on the baseline, left side, but they can't go to her just yet. Green looks inside. There she is. Mowbray uncovered up, goes up anyway, no good. Wyndham back up. It is high off the glass and good. Wyndham has her 8th point. The score now 24-19. And that's as close as they've been in a while. 5 points here in this quarter, and it comes with 2:41 to go. First half. Richardson goes over to Holt. Keep waiting for Dresden to make their move offensively. Defense hasn't been that bad. And here's Cochran, had it, lost it, and we've got a tie ball. No, Richardson comes out of there with it, leaves Sellers open on the baseline, goes up and scores. Great play by the offense to read it into Sellers. Green cut off, hands it to Mowbray. Down the court, they go to Oliver, and it's almost a bad pass. It is, out of bounds. 26-19, Bradford by 7 again. And a chance to go back on top by 9.
It's Dresden's 7th turnover. They've only committed 1 turnover here in the second quarter.
2 minutes and 11 seconds to go. Coach Russell sent out a word to Richardson. Dresden stays man-to-man. They're going to go into Sellers, and she's cut off. Goes up anyway, and it rolls off the iron. Mowbray's got the rebound. And looks down the court, and 4 white jerseys are there. Has to leave it behind her to Green. Dresden trailing 26-19. Michelle Street, an 8th grader, is going to check into the game. They got to go to the baseline. Here's Wyndham in trouble, and there's a blocking foul against Sellers. Sellers kind of used her arm to push off, and then she fell down. Her second. 2 on Sellers, 2 on Holt, 2 on Richardson for Bradford. For Dresden, 2 on Wyndham, 2 on Snyder. Street checks in. Molly Travis is coming in. Out of the game goes Cochran for Bradford, and out of the game goes Oliver for Dresden. And Christy Levister is going to come into the game. I think for Wyndham, after she scores the 2 free throws, she will. It's another good move here by Meeks. But that's a basic move that you make at this point in the game. One thing you don't want to forget is what you're doing out there and who's got what. Wyndham at the free throw line, good. And that's where Coach Chuck West comes in, and his mind kind of works like a Sony calculator. I mean, he really puts it to work in keeping up with all the figures. Wyndham makes it 26-20. Here comes the second free throw. Looks short, and it is, and going to get it. Here comes Rader down the court. 1:42 to go. We're in the first half. 26-20. And we got a blocking foul called against Bradford, I think. Merwin comes over. The foul belongs to Street. Michelle Street comes in and gets a foul. Levister comes in, and Wyndham tells her she's got Sellers, so pay attention to her. And Wyndham comes out of the game. Wyndham will not be going back. Snyder will not be going back with 1:33 to go in the first half.
Now with both of them with 2 fouls and a chance to pick up their 3rd in the first half. Tracy Foster at the line.
Foster's free throw, it is no good, and rebounded, and what in the world?
Christy Levister called for
What?
Over the back. I don't know about that one.
What? I got about a lot better view on that one, I tell you. That wasn't there. Well, Holt's going to go to the free throw line. I think David Russell was surprised to see Holt go there. 1-1. Well, looky. Channel 7 is here. So maybe some highlights of this tonight on the 10 o'clock news from Jackson. Free throw, it is good by Holt. 27-20. They missed the game to be at, though. They missed the Halls game.
They missed the ball game.
Yeah. It's kind of academic here. Second free throw, it is rolling around and coming off. Levister gets the rebound. Hands it over to Kelly Green. Dresden trailing by 7. 27-20. Straight up the middle, Green, left side. Gets it over here to Travis. Travis in trouble. Needs to move the ball, Molly. Goes to Levister on the baseline. Hit her a bad pass, but no, unable to hold on to it. Well, it ain't working tonight. At least not in the first half here, anyway.
They really haven't been able to put it together. They haven't been able to get anything going on offense.
The worst offensive production I have seen Dresden in the first half. Richardson with the ball. Now, defense hasn't been that bad. 27-20, 1 minute to go, and only down by 7, Dave.
Well, they should consider themselves very lucky to be only down by 7.
When's the last time they had a bucket? Here's Street on the baseline, and she had it fed to her. A steal. by Dresden. Here's Mowbray up the court. Not Mowbray, Mowbray up the court and looks off here to her teammate Green. Wants to run it straight down. Kelly in trouble, goes up anyway. No good, and the rebound is Sellers. She throws it up the court, and they get it to Holt. Holt off running right now. Look down the street, didn't go for her. And they're going to go for one shot.
I think they're going to put it here and go for one. Dresden with 20 points here with 27 seconds left to go in the half. They scored 19 in the first quarter against Halls and 32 in the half.
20 seconds to go. Richardson with the ball, and what Holt didn't want to do there is turn it over, and she almost did. Street with it, head of the key. They put a little pressure on the 8th grader. Throws it off to her teammate. Richardson, 8 seconds, now 7. Telling Holt to go down and take her place on the baseline. 6 seconds, now 5. And here's Holt. Will have to take a long one, a three-pointer. No good, and Green got the rebound, and Bradford will go into halftime leading by 7. 27-20. Bradford, you're listening to the Region 7A Basketball Championship.
Good news. The drugstore on the square in Dresden is having a tremendous March stock-up sale, saving you money on hundreds of items, including Tylenol Children's Chewable Tablets, $2.19. Advil is just $3.29 for 50 tablets or caplets. Vicks Formula 44, 44D, or 44M, now only $2.49. And Visine AC Eye Drops, now just $2.76. Tim Chandler Pharmacist says to come on in and save during the March stock-up sale at the drugstore, Court Square in Dresden. Phone 364-2200.
For the finest custom-made wood accessories, see Ronnie or Daryl at C&H Custom Cabinets, located on the Union City Highway in Martin. They specialize in all types of furniture, bookshelves, desks, bathroom vanities, bathroom and kitchen cabinets, entertainment centers, gun racks, and fine china cabinets. C&H Custom Cabinets will custom make to your specifications all types of furniture. Phone 587-4352. C&H Custom Cabinets on the Union City Highway in Martin.
Now hear this. Vincent Boot and Shoes, North Lingle and Martin has the best price in town on ladies' fall and winter shoes. Buy one pair at the regular price of only $12.95 and get the second pair for just $1 more. Buy one pair of ladies' fall and winter shoes at $12.95, the second pair for $1. That's two pairs for only $13.95 now at Vincent Boot and Shoes. Snow boots are priced at only $15 a pair while they last. Act now. Buy one pair of ladies' fall and winter shoes at only $12.95, the second pair for just $1 more. Only at Vincent Boot and Shoes, North Lingle and Martin.
The Martin Dairy Queen, 609 Elm Street, Highway 45 in Martin, has all the great Dairy Queen products that you've grown to love. Stop by today and enjoy a great lunch and top it off with a great tasting DQ dessert.
20, and it's Bradford. You're listening to the Region 7A Girls Basketball Championship.
From early till late, enjoy all of the delicious food and special treats at the Dresden Dairy Queen Brazier. Come in for a fantastic tasting peanut butter parfait, just $1.19. You'll find all of your favorite breakfast sandwiches and, of course, coffee and juice. They're open at 6 o'clock every morning for your delicious breakfast. Remember, the peanut butter parfait is now just $1.19. That's the Dresden Dairy Queen Brazier. Richard Moran, manager.
27-20 halftime. We're ready to start the second half of play, and the ball will belong to the Lady Lions of Dresden, who have 7 points to make up in the second half of play.
Dresden comes back with the 5 they started with. Snyder and Wyndham are both back in the game. So is Vanner, Green, and Snyder's back in there. Here's Oliver with the ball. Bounce pass it on the baseline here. Snyder goes up, got it. Well, Dresden comes out with a little more fire in their eyes. 27-22. Snyder has 8 points. Her second field goal, first obviously here in the second half. One in the first quarter, one in the third quarter as we open it up. 27-22. Bradford. Richardson with the ball. Kelly Green coming out on her. They throw it over to Holt. Back out head of the key. Floating it into Rader, into Sellers, that is, goes up, no good. And Danner comes up with the ball. Dresden playing with more fire. You can see it already.
Sure, they got a pretty good talking to at halftime by Phil Meeks.
Well, Phil is
come out here and play real tentative in the first half.
Phil is known for his fiery talks. Here's Oliver. Bounce pass to Danner. 3 if it goes. It is off the mark. Holt takes the rebound. Danner, very, very quiet ball player. Very quiet in school. 27-22. 6:53 to go. Bradford leading it here by 5. We're in the third quarter. I said the game would go to a 4-point game this morning. Here's Holt, long one, no good, and Oliver gets the rebound, and Wyndham with the ball. I kind of think it'll still go that, David. 4-point game, I don't know which one.
I agree, these two teams are too evenly matched.
All right, Danny with the ball, left wing. She goes over into the corner, in trouble. Needs some help out of there, and has to throw it to Wyndham on the baseline. She's covered up and puts it up anyway. No good. Oliver battles for the loose ball, and it goes out of bounds. Belongs back to Bradford. Right into the hands of Tommy Hunt there, sitting in the end zone. 27-22. Dresden down by 5. Bradford again with the ball. A chance to go back up by 7. Dresden stays man-to-man. Ball almost kicked by Green. Cochran with it. Cochran comes in and brings it back out here high to Rader. Oliver guarding her. And Richardson has a notion. Circles back a little bit to her right. Now sidesteps her and floats it underneath to Cochran. And Cochran goes up, and it is good. I don't know how she could see to shoot that one. 29-22. Defense was really on her. Here in backcourt is Green. Kelly runs it straight up the middle. And goes on the wing, out on the right side. Goes underneath, wide open. Snyder missed a gimme, goes back up in trouble. No good, and a foul called.
Bradford has come out here in the second half, taking the ball right at Jennifer Snyder, who picked up 2 fouls in the first half, trying to get her in foul trouble early here in the second half.
Sellers has just picked up her 3rd citation. And Snyder on the free throw line. Dresden into the game, leading 29-22.
David Russell just took a long look at the clock, but he didn't take her out.
Snyder, perfect. Has another. Second one, good. Snyder has 4 points. I think it's 6 points. I have it right now. I think I misquoted your figures a moment ago. 29-24. We're back to within 5, and Dresden has never led in a game. They've only been tied once, and that was back at 2 apiece. Sellers at the free throw line. Comes over to Holt. And Bradford shuffling their offense right now, trying to break Richardson open on the wing. They've got her there. Green guarding her, giving her a little bit of that long-range shot. Holt for 3, a long one, way off the mark. It's an air ball. Dresden will get the ball. Dresden's crowd is here. And here's, up court. Oliver takes it. I thought she was fouled by Holt, but here comes Oliver anyway. Brings it up the floor, hands it over to Danner. Danner waits for a teammate, hands it over to Kelly Green. Football boys are kind of grouped together, and some of the basketball boys are too. Here's Wyndham with it. Goes underneath. Snyder, a breakaway inside. Good! 29-26.
Great pass by Deneen Wyndham. Finds Snyder open under the basket.
They got a 3-point game with 4:44 to go here. In this 3rd quarter, Holt with it. Dresden trying to tighten it up a bit. Sellers playing with 3 fouls. Dribbles the ball and hands it over to Rader. Liz Rader. Knocked down. Green knocks it out of play.
Great hustle by Kelly Green that time. She made a dive and knocked the ball out of bounds.
29-26. Dresden down by 3. Here comes the inbounds. Got it in time. Cochran. Cochran had a little daylight to the baseline. Goes up anyway, and it danced off, and it fell in. It went off the backside and fell in off the front rim. Cochran gets a break on that one. And here in backcourt, we got carrying the ball against Snyder. They don't want her taking the ball up the court. 31-26. They want that ball in the hands of Green.
Well, that's right. They've got her playing back there because Bradford has been trapping, and she's tall. She can see over the trap, but they don't want her dribbling the ball against the zone threat.
Wendy does a great job for her ball club and gives to Holt. Long one for Holt. Good for 3. She's got 8. Better make it 9 points in the ball game. And presses on in backcourt. Snyder breaks it, gets it off here to Oliver, runs it up the floor. Gets it over here to Kelly Green. Kelly circles off to the right, gives it to Danner. Into the paint, Wyndham. That's where they've got to go. It's up, and it is rolling off the iron. Rebound, Richardson throws it out to Holt. It's 34-26, an 8-point game. And here's Holt off the glass, too high. Wyndham brings it down. And Wyndham wants to go coast to coast. She's got Danner down there to help her, and goes up, and it could be a charge. No, they're going to call a block, and Wyndham gets the bucket, and a foul called on Richardson, her 3rd.
Deneen put the stutter step on her. When she did, she took 1 step to the side and lost her position, and that's the reason the block was called instead of the charge there.
That was a big bucket, too, folks. That kind of gets Dresden right back into this thing. If that had been a charge, that would have wiped the bucket off and given Bradford the ball right back, and Wyndham would have gotten her 3rd. 34-28, a 6-point game. Now 5, 34-29. Wyndham drilled home for 12 points. Here comes Bradford unmolested up the court. 3.5 to go. Third quarter. Bradford leading by 5. They've never trailed in the game. Holt with it. Long one for 3. It is off the mark and rebounded by Danner. Dresden's going to have to go to the 3, David, if they're going to pull this thing out, I think.
Well, that's one thing that Bradford's not giving them. That stingy man-to-man defense has stopped that.
Oliver bounces it underneath the Wyndham. Great bounce pass. Holy smoke, Oliver to Wyndham. Good. I mean, they come down to give each other the high five. 34-31.
Great pass by Melissa Oliver.
All right, Raider with the ball. 34-31. Bradford by 3. Dresden's added to 3 twice. And Richardson goes over to Raider. Raider kind of shakes the defense a bit, and they're going to float it to Sellers. Inside, a steal, a pickoff, a Kelly Green interception. 2:35 to go. Dresden a chance to tie or cut it to 1 here. We've still got a quarter to go after this one. Danner to Green, left wide open, goes to Oliver. Looks down on the baseline. Wyndham says, don't send it to me right now. Goes back over to Oliver from Green. Oliver wants to drive into the paint, gives it to Wyndham. Dumps it down to Snyder. Gimme off the glass and draws a foul by Sellers.
4 on Shannon Sellers. That was a big play. It did not net 2 points, but it got the foul. David Russell wants a timeout for Bradford. 34-31 is the score. You're listening to Region 7A Tournament Basketball.
Tom Taylor of Martin carries Chevrolet, Oldsmobile, Chrysler, Plymouth, and Dodge. Did you know that he also carries Pontiac and GMC? You can find over 200 new cars and trucks on his lots. Before you spend your hard-earned dollars on a new car or truck, check with Tom Taylor. He's not worried about the competition. He is the competition. Tom will make an affordable deal that is tailor-made for your family. Tom Taylor's, 732 North Wendell, Martin, Tennessee.
The dealer who says satisfaction.
Equipment can make a good athlete even better. It can give any athlete extra confidence. And that's what you'll find in Walmart's Sporting Goods Department. Confidence in knowing you'll find the right equipment for almost every sport and always at the lowest price. From tennis, softball, and football to fishing and hunting, you'll find name brands and great low prices every day. So whatever your game is, when you buy your sports equipment from Walmart, you'll come away a winner every time.
34-31 is scored. Dresden has pulled you within 3. And for the first time in the ball game, you can say that Dresden has the momentum, and their crowd is definitely into the ball game now, Paul.
Snyder at the line for a pair. She was fouled by Sellers, who committed her 4th. She's out of there. Street is in to replace her. Snyder hits the free throw. 3 for 3 is Jennifer Snyder. And the score now is 34-32, and we haven't been this close since back in the first quarter when it was 4-2. 34-33, Snyder drills home both free throws. And we got a 1-point game with 2:13 to go. Third quarter.
Both crowds on their feet.
All righty, time to rally if you're going to get behind them. Wendy Richardson to Holt on the baseline. Holt cut off, has to go back to Richardson. Left wide open, throws it back to Raider.
Dresden in his zone. Now they go back to the man-to-man.
Richardson with it. Goes to Holt. Holt back out here to Richardson. They're trying to go inside the street, I think. And Richardson cut off out there with Sellers out of the game right now. They look a little lost. Cochran back in there. Out on the wing left side. They lose a lot of sides with Sellers out of the game.
It changes their whole offensive outlook when she's out of the ball game.
34-33, a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. And here's Holt. Gets it back to Street. They set it up at the free throw line. They don't want the shot, though. Raider back over to Richardson out of the wing, right side in quarter court. Sends it back out to Raider, head of the key. Over to Richardson. Richardson in her dribble, stops it, goes back to Holt. Bradford, a very, very good ball handling team. Richardson wanted a notion there. Goes inside the Street. Underneath, it is walking.
There will be no basket.
It went in, but as David says, it won't count, and Dresden will get the ball. And have to come the distance of the court. They give it to Danner on the inbounds. Back over to Snyder. Snyder down the court, into Oliver's hands. Now into Green's hands in front court. Dresden a chance to go ahead for the first time in the ball game. 55 seconds to go. Danner for 3, downtown! 36-34, Dresden for the first time with 49 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Lady Lions lead it here over Bradford.
Oh, you made the comment a while ago, Janine Danner has been real quiet. She's been too quiet tonight. There she livened things up with a three-pointer.
35 seconds to go. A chance to tie it back up. Holt comes right back, rolls it off the iron. Green with the ball on the rebound. Here's Kelly over on the wing. Danner may take another one from out there. Dribbles it in. Brings it back to Green. 21 seconds to go. Danner dribbles it into the paint. Goes up off balance. Jump shot. No good. Snyder goes back up. It's there. 38-34. Dresden has gone ahead by 4. 11 seconds. Now 10. Now 9. Timeout. Holy cow, with 7 seconds to go in the third quarter, and they take a timeout. We'll be right back. I'm surprised. Bradford trailing by 4. You listen to the Region 7A Girls Basketball Championship.
Greenfield Banking Company is ready to assist you in money matters. Whether you're looking to buy that new home or car, do home improvements, take a long vacation, or a few courses at the college, Greenfield Banking Company can loan you the money. You'll find fast, friendly service every time you come in. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 to 3. Greenfield Banking Company is here to help. Member FDIC. That's Greenfield Banking Company, still open all day Saturdays.
Parkway Regional Hospital, 2000 Holiday Lane in Fulton, Kentucky has got you covered. They offer 24-hour weekend emergency room service with doctor in-house, outpatient surgeries, including cataract surgery, an orthopedic clinic, and everything for your medical needs. Come home to Parkway Regional Hospital, 2000 Holiday Lane, located off the Purchase Parkway in Fulton, Kentucky. Phone 502-472-2522 with new modern facilities. Parkway Regional, neighbors helping neighbors.
All right, Bradford took the ball in the play, and Holt went up and hit a shot. Tried to hit a shot. He was no good, and we're at the end of the quarter, 38-34, and people are stunned why David Russell took that timeout with 7 seconds left to go in the third quarter. But it's 38-34, and we'll be right back. Bradford trailing by 4. You're listening to the Region 7A Basketball Tournament.
Brighten up your home with the finest in furnishings from E&J Brock & Company in Greenfield. Featuring sofas by King Hickory and Broyhill, recliners by Macy Boy, Lily and Russell bedroom suites, Tell City oak and maple dining room tables and chairs. And E&J Brock & Company has Sealy Posturepedic and Sutherland bedding. For that new look you've been wanting and deserve in your home, see E&J Brock & Company in Greenfield. They're open Wednesdays since World War II.
38-34, Dresden has overtaken Bradford. Dresden was down by 7 at halftime. They now own the 4-point lead over Bradford. 38-34, Bradford owns the basketball to start the final quarter of play.
Outscored them 18-7 in that quarter. Dresden's offense came alive, and that was the most points in the game for any one quarter for Dresden. 38-34 Dresden. Here's Richardson with the ball. They got Street still in the game. And here's Rader letting it go off the lip of the iron. No good. And Travis gets a rebound. Hands it over to Snyder. And Dresden allowed only one shot on that end of the goal. 38-34 Dresden. 7.5 to go. Here's Travis with the ball. Goes into Snyder. And the ball goes on the baseline. And Holt comes out of there with it. 38-34. Bradford.
That was a costly turnover there. They had everything going their way. They really didn't need to make a big mistake there.
All righty, here's a long one by Rader. Oh, way off the mark. Chased down, and here comes Oliver out of there with it across the timeline into offensive court. 38-34 Dresden. And Travis on the baseline goes up, and it hits the side of the backboard, and Wyndham gets the ball, goes back up in traffic. Bingo! Wyndham has 16 points, and it's 40-34, and Dresden has opened it up, and Sellers is going to have to come back into the game right now.
That's the move David Russell has just made. He sent it to the score table. Should come in on the next dead ball.
Richardson goes, forces one up, and it hits the back of the iron and comes off, but we've got a foul on Travis, I think.
I believe you're right on that call. I believe Molly got a hand in that. Yep, that is the call.
Her first, and believe it or not, that is Dresden's first foul in the second half. It'll be a while before they go to the line, and this will be 2 right here, though, because Richardson was in the act. Street stays in the game, and Cochran comes out. Sellers back in.
David Russell going with a much bigger lineup than he's gone with all night.
All righty. Richardson at the free throw line, the left-handed shooter, good. Her first free throw of the ball game.
Breaks a long dry spell for the Lady Red Devilettes, too.
40-35 the score right now. You're right. Gosh, I can't remember. It was back when it was 34-28. That was the last time they built an 8-point lead. Here comes the second free throw, and it is perfect. 40-36 the score. Presses on. They've got a 1-2-1-1 trap down the court. Travis breaks it for Dresden. And Travis, I thought she was fouled there as Rader kind of reached in. 40-36. Danner with the ball, going down on the baseline, brings it back out here to Oliver. And Danner wanted to go for three, bounces it in instead to Snyder, goes up. Bingo! Holy molasses!
Well, something we hadn't noted, Kelly Green is out of the ballgame right now. They've moved Melissa Oliver to the point. She's quarterbacking the offense now.
They just did that, too. 42-36. Here's Sellers with the ball. Green getting that rest right now. Here's Street inside, turns and shoots. It is rolling in. Street got a roll to the ball. 42-38. 4-point game with 5:59 to go. This is for the regional championship. Coming down the court, Oliver had it knocked out of her hands, and they've got a foul called on Holt. And that'll be Jennifer's third foul. And it's 42-38, and John Pipcom really watching this game because his University School Club will have to play the winner. And Oliver is trying to set up on the free throw, but it should only be the fourth, I think. 2 on Sellers, 1 each on Richardson and Holt in this half, if my records are right. I believe it is. Skip Jones says, we got something on the floor out there. Let's bring a towel out.
Looks like somebody's looking for something. I don't know what they saw.
I don't know either, but whatever it is, they're going to get a towel out there. Phil Meeks tosses the white towel to Tim Merwin, one of the 2 officials who is working the game. Whatever it was out there got wiped up. Dresden leading by 4, 42-38. Clock arrested. The free throw will not be taken until the next foul. Oliver will put it into play. Goes into Wyndham. She goes up over Sellers. Puts it up. Holy smoke. Good. And Sellers hits the deck, and that was a no call. That could have been a charge or the 5th foul on Sellers. As a result, Wyndham gets the bucket with no confrontation. 44-38. Dresden leading it here by 6 with 5:37 to go. And here's a knockdown, a steal. Oliver's off to the races. She's got Travis down to help her, but Oliver's going to go up by herself. Drives in and scores! It's 46-38, and Dresden has opened it up to an 8-point lead. 5:21 to go in the basketball game. Oliver hits her first field goal of the night on that last shot. Street in there, goes up, no good. Snyder blocked it, it goes out of bounds, belongs back to Bradford.
Shannon Sellers got away with a foul that time. She went over the back of Deneen Wyndham trying to get to the ball, but the official was watching the out-of-bounds line.
46-38, still a lot of time. But here's Wyndham, knocked it down, picked it up. It is put up by Bradford, no good. And the ball goes out of play, and I've got Bradford getting the ball right back. They missed a gimme in there, and I couldn't see who put it up. 46-38, Bradford trailing by 8 with 5:06 to go in the game. We're in the regional championship. Here is Sellers with the ball in the paint, turns and spins, beauty. Big play for Sellers. 46-40. Danner had the ball just taken out of her hands by Street. Richardson helps out. Cochran gets the ball, puts it up, scores. Oliver draws a foul. Oh, we had a lightning bolt to strike just then. Oliver got the foul.
Back to a 4-point ball game, 46-42. We've got 4:53 left in the ball game.
Rader gets the bucket. I have to go back. They picked it up on the inbounds. The Rader put it up. Oliver drew the foul. The bucket went in. Everything went wrong for Dresden on that play. Rader, no good, and Wyndham gets the rebound. 46-42. Rader missed her only free throw attempt tonight. Here's Oliver. They may get Green back into the game here directly, unless Green can't go. Danner back out here to Oliver. Back over to Danner. Danner walks. That was a good call.
12 turnovers by Dresden tonight.
Where is Kelly? I can't see her on the sideline down there. She's sitting next to Mowbray, and between Mowbray and Ellis, Levinster to right. 46-42. She looks a little pale-faced.
She really does. She's got a pale look to her.
4:31 to go. Dresden. Here's Street, turns and shoots. It is dancing off of there. And on the rebound, Oliver chases it down into the corner. Throws it out here, and he goes out of bounds. It'll belong back to Dresden as Sellers knocked it out of play.
Melissa Oliver has contributed in a lot of ways tonight, Paul. You made a comment about her scoring her first bucket. She's got several assists and several rebounds.
Danner with it. They're double teaming her, throws it over here to Snyder. Now Snyder's going to have to, and Snyder is fouled by Street. One thing that Dresden is not doing, they're not coming out and meeting the pass, David. They're making the pass come to them or the ball come to them. And Snyder's needs to go out and get that thing, particularly when Danner was in trouble there.
You're exactly right, Paul, and I could hear Chuck West saying the same thing down here a while ago. Him and Phil both were hollering at the same time. Come to the basketball.
46-42. They've got 4:14 to go in the game. Snyder at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. It is no good, and Sellers clears it out, throws it down the floor. And they're going to get Cochran back into the game. Dresden leading it by 4, 4:05 to go. The nail biter right now. Holt with it. She looks, head of the key, and throws it over to Sellers. Sellers puts down her dribble, goes up. It is no good. It was a brick off the back of the flat side of the arm. Street goes back up, no good. Wyndham comes down and draws a foul on the push.
It's going to be number 3 on Janine Wyndham.
That is only the third foul of the second half. It is not a 1-and-1. Cochran checks in. Holt comes over, has a word. And Kelly Green is coming back into the game right now. Believe that Travis will go out, but I don't know. Phil Meeks may take a timeout. He is. We'll be right back. 46-42 Dresden with 3:53 to go in the game. You're listening to the Region 7A Girls Basketball Championship.
USA Video, across from E.W. James & Son Supermarket, Highway 22 Bypass in Dresden, has all of your favorite movies and Nintendo games. They're open from 1 till 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. till 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday. For you Nintendo fans, there's RBI Baseball and Burger Time. Movies include Hero and the Terror with Chuck Norris, A Fish Called Wanda, and Feds, a great comedy detective movie. New movies are arriving weekly at USA. For all of your favorite movies, old and new, it's USA Video, Highway 22 Bypass in Dresden, owned by Robbie Browning. That's USA Video.
As hundreds of regular customers already know, the Leadway Cash Market Dresden has food specials every day, 7 days a week. You always appreciate that friendly atmosphere when you shop Leadway Cash Market in Dresden and the quality and price that goes along with it. Shop Leadway this weekend for these specials, including a 5-pound bag of sugar, $1.79, a free dozen grade A white eggs with any purchase of $15 or more, fresh cabbage, $19 a pound. The Jacksons and staff of Leadway Cash Market Dresden congratulate the Lady Lions. Leadway is open every day for your food shopping convenience.
Ball comes into play. It goes into Holt for Bradford. They put it up off the glass. Good. Holt has 11. And it's 46-44. A steal. Richardson picks it off the hands on the inbounds pass. 46-44. They floated in. Here's Cochran going up. It looks good, but it comes off the iron. And Wyndham battled it. It went off her fingertips. 46-44. Dresden leading, 3:35 to go. They took their first time out of the ball game. 3:35 left. Here comes Richardson to put it into play. Gets it into Sell. I think the ball was kicked. It was. 3:35 left to go. And again, this is the final quarter and the only game here tonight. And what a big crowd we've gotten for it. All righty. Richardson will put it into play one more time. And it's kicked again by Kelly Green.
I got to say a lot about Kelly Green coming here and playing. You can tell by looking at her, Paul, she don't feel like it, but she's...
No, she doesn't.
Here's a good job.
Now the inbounds, they go to Cochran on the baseline, goes up, missed a gimme, and they've got a foul. Oh, my goodness. Shannon Sellers has just fouled out of the ball game. And, I mean, she's got a terrible, terrible, terrible frown on her face right now. 3:32 to go in the ball game. A big, big blow for Bradford's offense. She's almost teary-eyed right now. Street will come in. She is teary-eyed right now. She wipes the one out of the corner. She needs some consolation, bless her heart. She'll get some a little later on. We know something she doesn't. 46-44. Bradford trailing by 2. Here's the free throw by Wyndham. Good. 47-44. Wyndham hits a big one. That's 19. 47-44. Here comes the second one by Wyndham. Rattled it out. Rebound. Danner goes up and he danced in. The score is 49-44. Danner hits her 5th point of the night. And it was a big one. She doesn't shoot it too very often, but that one is there. A lead by 5. Here is Cochran. Goes up off the left side. Beauty. Cochran makes it her 8th point. And it ain't over until it's over. And here's a foul on the inbounds. And Bradford's just been cited. I think it's Rader. It is. And Liz gets her 2nd foul. We're at 49-46 with 3:09 to go.
Paul, you made the comment before the ball game about there's going to be a lot of coaching going on. There's a lot of coaching going on right now. Both coaches up. Both coaches doing a lot of traffic directing out there as Kelly Green goes to the line.
Kelly's free throw, no good, but Danner goes and gets a loose ball. That was a big rebound. Green over to Danner. Danner inside to, well, it's a loose ball, and they're still scrapping for it, but Bradford comes up with it. Bad time for a turnover, 49-46. Bradford really did a good job on the steal. Straight up the middle. Richardson goes right side, gets it off to Rader. A three here would tie it up. Head of the key. Cochran with the ball. Cochran wants to drive in. She shoots over. Snyder goes up. Good! 49-48. Cochran has 10, and we've got a one-point game going down to the wire. 2:36 to go. Snyder down the floor. Gives it to Oliver. Hands it off to Kelly Green. Green throws it away, and we've got a charge called on Green. She ran over the Bradford player.
Skip Jones making the call there. It was a good call. Kelly had already released the ball.
49-48. Bradford a chance to take the lead again. Keep in mind that Dresden had led by 6, 8, I think one time. I have to go back and look.
They did lead it by as many as 8.
All righty. They're 44 to, I have to go back and look. Nonetheless, it's 49-48 right here. That's what matters, and Dresden leads it by 1. Cochran's going to the paint. It's up. It's no good. Rebound. Cochran goes and gets it, chases it down into the end zone, and goes out of bounds with it. Dresden will get it back. Good hustle there by Christy Cochran. 49-48. Dresden by 1. The inbounds to Green, and they really clobbered her there. Tried to draw a foul, and down the floor it comes to Oliver. After it was deflected by Rader, she puts on the brakes, and they're triple teaming the ball. Give it to Kelly Green. She's got to go inside to Wyndham. No good. To Wyndham. Yeah, that's no good. It won't go for Dresden. 49-48, and they hit 2 good shots at it, and they couldn't get it to fall.
That's the shot they wanted, but it would not fall.
Well, it's still a one-point game. Here's Cochran back to Richardson. Wide open for 3. No good. Wyndham on the rebound. Dresden coming down and needs to put on the brakes here and set it up. And straight in backcourt, guarding Kelly Green. Dresden with a minute and a half to go, leading by 1. 49-48. Kelly Green. Dresden doesn't need to go crazy here. Danner has a notion. Dribbles it into Wyndham. Bounced it in to Snyder. We've got a foul called on Holt. She acknowledges it.
That's going to be Jennifer Holt's 4th foul.
I'm not so sure that wasn't a bad foul. I think Dresden had a gimme going inside there. Yeah. Meeks is up right now, and we should be going on the free throw line. Wyndham will take a pair here. No, it'll be a 1-1.
Probably was a good foul by Jennifer Holt, because without the foul, Dresden would have had a layup to shoot.
Keep in mind, Sellers is out of the game with 5 fouls for Bradford. Free throw Wyndham. It's on its way. It is no good. And Danner, I think, draws a foul, and Bradford's got a chance to tie it up. Danner out of position on the rebound. 1:22 to go in the game. It's 49-48. One thing you don't want to do is put Bradford on the free throw line. And Dresden, neither club really has been on the line that many times tonight.
19 times by Dresden and 12 times by Bradford.
Well, Dresden's been on more than I thought they had, to be honest with you. How many have they hit? Get in a second. Right now at the free throw line, Rader, it is off the lip of the iron. Danner comes back and gets the rebound. My goodness.
10, Paul, the 10 out of 19 from the charity strike.
We've got a minute and 15 seconds to go, and Kelly Green has the ball for Dresden, who leads it by 1. Here's Wyndham. Holds it up high, continues the dribble now, gets it over to Green. Green with the ball. And a foul. Oh, what a cheap foul, too, on Rader.
Really was, Paul.
That stops the clock. Let's Rader go to the sideline for a second, and lets Green go to the free throw line. Bill Meeks is right now telling him what he wants them to do. I think he's saying, if you get the shot, take it. 49-48.
Kelly Green, normally a good free throw shooter.
Green on the free throw line. It is a blue light.
Nothing but the bottom of the sack that time.
50-48. Kelly Green. And she lights a pinball machine again. It's 51-48. Dresden with a slim 3-point lead. Bradford with the ball. 55 seconds to go. Down by 3 is Bradford. Holt with it. Inner dribble gets it out to Street, the 8th grader. Over to Rader, right side. Dresden stays man-to-man. There's a knockdown, and they have said that a reaching in foul called on Oliver. Well, what will now be a 1-1 and a chance for Rader to go back and redeem herself. She's 0 for 2 on the free throw line and a 1-1 here.
These are pressurized free throws here, Paul.
So Coach Meek's not going to ice her yet. 45 seconds to go. Rader on the line. Rader going. Rader putting it up. Rader got it. 51 to 49. Rader coming through in the clutch right now. 5'6" sophomore on the stripe. Cochran had a word with Coach Russell just then. David's doing a lot of coaching here on the sideline. Second free throw, perfect. And they'll come back and probably draw a foul here. Oliver will put it into play. They're looking for Kelly Green. They've got Oliver open. Down the court, Snyder put it into play. Down the floor, Oliver puts on the break, circles back, and throws it out here to Snyder. Leading by 1, 51-50 with 35 seconds to go in the game. Green, double team, gets it to Wyndham. Dresden's going to the wire here. And Green with the ball, holds on to it. 28 seconds to go. They're going to make him foul him. Snyder's going to go, and Dresden will have to win it at the free throw line, I'm sure. And the Street just draws a foul with 24 seconds left. David Russell will take his third timeout, and we'll be right back. 24 seconds to go. 51-50 Dresden. You're listening to the Region 7A Girls Championship game.
While in Dresden for the sidewalk sale, stop into Kemp's Jewelry and Ladies Shop on the square for these great buys. One group of glitzy watches for ladies, 30% off. All Bulova watches, 20% off. All spring and summer hang 10 sportswear has been reduced 20%. The height of sports fashion is ripped jeans, and Kemp's has them in bright colored fabrics, 30% off. This weekend only for the sidewalk sale. Kemp's Jewelry and Ladies Shop in downtown Dresden.
Good news. The drugstore on the square in Dresden is having a tremendous March stock-up sale, saving you money on hundreds of items, including Colgate Instant Shave, just 99 cents. Preparation H, ointment or cream, $2.69. Tylenol Extra Strength tablets, just $3.99. And Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo or conditioner, $2.29. Tim Chandler, pharmacist, says to come on in and save during the March stock-up sale at the drugstore, Court Square in Dresden. Phone 364-2200.
51-50 with 24 seconds left in the ball game. Dresden is down by 1. Dresden owns a 1-point lead. Jennifer Snyder is at the free throw line.
All righty, here Snyder puts the trigger on it. It is no good. Holt got the rebound. 18 seconds to go. Will Bradford win it? They're going to give it to Cochran on the baseline. She'll put it up with pressure. It rolls in. 12 seconds to go. Here's a timeout, Bradford. Dresden's called the timeout, I think. I don't know.
He's pointing at Bradford.
He's pointing at Bradford, saying Bradford took their 4th timeout, I guess. And they're checking to see how many timeouts Dresden has. Bradford has gone ahead, 52-51, and a big play for the Lady Red Devillettes. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Region 7A Girls Championship game.
Those Esri brothers of Esri's Gas and Oil, Highway 22 bypass in Dresden, are hard-working, busy fellows who enjoy giving you fast and friendly service every time you pull up to their pumps. They show you how much you are appreciated. So if you're not already enjoying this fast, friendly service and lowest gasoline prices, then give them a try. You'll like the way those fellas operate, getting you back on the road. Esri's Gas and Oil is open early to late every day to serve you. Esri's Gas and Oil, Highway 22 bypass, Dresden.
52-51. Bradford owns a 1-point lead and is just taking their final time out of the ball game. Dresden has the basketball, and they have to go the length of the court.
All righty, Bradford's out of timeouts. Don't forget, Dresden was down by 1 when Wyndham ran the ball down and gave them a 64-63 win over Halls, and that came with only 12 seconds to go. Now, here's a blocking foul called on Kelly Green on the inbounds pass. Holy cow! An offensive foul on Green. That puts Bradford on the free throw line and a chance to go ahead by 3. Phil Meeks is going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. 52-51, still 10 seconds to go. You're listening to the Region 7A Girls Championship game.
No matter how good your car looks, if you've got a bad muffler, that loud noise makes everything look and sound bad. That's why you should see Reagan's Muffler in South Fulton. See, they have everything to make your car muffler right. Custom pipe bending, dual exhaust, chrome extensions. They also carry brakes and shocks, even trailer hitches. Nobody does it better. Reagan's Muffler on Broadway in South Fulton. Phone today, 479-1994. That's Reagan's Muffler in South Fulton. E.T. Revis and Sons of Dresden invites all the family to bigger savings during the big sidewalk sale this weekend. Shop tomorrow and Saturday and save up to 50%. Also, final reductions on ladies' dresses, shoes, handbags, and separates. Plus, you can save on Lee infant and toddler's clothing and men's shirts in all styles. Special prices on all men's dress slacks. E.T. Revis and Sons on the square in Dresden. We'll see you for the big sidewalk sale this weekend.
52-51, Paul.
Richardson at the free throw line. She can give her team a 3-point lead. Dresden has only had one 3-pointer tonight.
I believe they've only taken one.
All righty. Richardson at the line. She's got a 1-and-1 here. Dresden 2 timeouts remaining. Richardson's free throw shot. Good. Richardson 10 seconds away now from Bradford winning it. 53-51. Richardson hits this one. She's cool up there right now. 53-51, 10 seconds to go. Here it is on its way. Good. All righty. It's 54-51. Snyder and Megatoliver with the ball. They'll come up the court. I think they're going to go to Danner. She stops, goes back. Oliver for 3. It's off the mark. 4 seconds, 3. Bradford's won it. We're going to Jackson. Bradford's going home. 54-51. Bradford wins the Region 7A Girls Championship game. Coach Phil Meeks and David Russell coming over, meeting courtside, shaking hands with one another. 54-51. The game is over. Dresden will play Denmark West Saturday night in Jackson, and Bradford will play University School Jackson at Bradford Saturday night. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Region 7A Girls Championship game.
No matter how good your car looks, if you've got a bad muffler, that loud noise makes everything look and sound bad. That's why you should see Reagan's Muffler in South Fulton. See, they have everything to make your car muffler right. Custom pipe bending, dual exhaust, chrome extensions. They also carry brakes and shocks, even trailer hitches. Nobody does it better. Reagan's Muffler on Broadway in South Fulton. Phone today, 479-1994. That's Reagan's Muffler in South Fulton.
As hundreds of regular customers already know, the Leadway Cash Market Dresden has food specials every day, 7 days a week. You always appreciate that friendly atmosphere when you shop Leadway Cash Market in Dresden and the quality and price that goes along with it. Shop Leadway this weekend for these specials, including a 5-pound bag of sugar, $1.79, a free dozen grade A white eggs with any purchase of $15 or more, fresh cabbage, $19 a pound. The Jacksons and staff of Leadway Cash Market Dresden congratulate the Lady Lions. Leadway is open every day for your food shopping convenience.
E.T. Revis and Sons of Dresden invites all the family to bigger savings during the big sidewalk sale this weekend. Shop tomorrow and Saturday and save up to 50%. Also, final reductions on ladies' dresses, shoes, handbags, and separates. Plus, you can save on Lee infant and toddler's clothing and men's shirts in all styles. Special prices on all men's dress slacks. E.T. Revis and Sons on the square in Dresden. We'll see you for the big sidewalk sale this weekend.
Final score in the game, 54-51. This basketball game is history, and David Belote is there to make his announcement about this basketball game's all-tournament team.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for our award ceremony for the Region 7A tournament. Before we get started, please join me in applauding these two teams tonight for a wonderful basketball game.
Again, Bradford wins it 54-51. We'll play University School Jackson Saturday night. Dresden goes to Jackson to play Denmark West. We'll be on the air at 6:50 Saturday night.
I'd like to welcome you to the campus of the University of Tennessee at Martin. And before we get started, I'd like to thank some people tonight that really helped us out. It's the campus recreation staff of UT Martin. This tournament has been run primarily by students, and I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for all of their hard work. And now, it's time to announce our Region 7A runner-up, the Dresden Lady Lions.
Dresden, of course, coming in here and beating South Fulton 52-43, and then knocking off Halls in overtime 64-63, before losing here tonight the final 54-51 to the Bradford Red Devilettes. And now Dresden has the task of going down to Jackson and playing Denmark West at their place. And again, we'll be on the air. Our broadcast time for that set for 6:50. That'll be Saturday night here on the radio with tip-off at 7:30. That's time for all the sub-state games across the state in Tennessee. All 7:30 local time, so all the games will get started at the same time. And again, that final score again here, 54-51.
Region 7A champions, Bradford High School.
Bradford, of course, coming in here and beating West Carroll 63-51. Then they beat Sharon 59-41, and beating Dresden, the final score 54-51. Bradford a winner tonight over Dresden in this basketball game. David?
Bradford should get a good round of applause that they are getting here tonight, Paul. They did a good job. They took Dresden completely out of their offense in the first of the ball game, and they carried that momentum throughout the entire ball game.
Well, this basketball game kind of went down to just what we expected. I said a 4-point game, and David, it turned out to be 3. And Bradford, of course, proving to be the better club tonight. I think you got to say a lot about Bradford in one respect, is that they played the game without Shannon Sellers in the last 3:32.
Well, they really did, Paul, and that goes to show you they've got several girls that can come through for them in the clutch.
Well, you got to be proud of Bradford. They're smiling, and they've got a reason to be. And now it's just for them on the back home where they know how to play basketball.
Let's give the Lady Red Devils another big hand. Congratulations, ladies.
A lot of Dresden fans applauding.
And now, our Region 7A, all region team first from Bradford, Shannon Sellers. Excuse me, guys. Congratulations, Shannon. Great ball game. You can go right out. From Halls, Gina Warren. From Halls High School.
Gina here. Somebody hollered out that Gina wasn't here.
Also from Halls High School, Keisha Miller. From Dresden High School, Kelly Green. Kelly, congratulations. From Gleason, Kelly McElhaney. From Halls, Hutcherson. From Sharon High School, Alicia Gordon.
Dave, you talk about a tournament. Elisa really played well, particularly back in that Gleason game where she got 31 points.
Well, about drop ball, she's very well deserving of this. She's had a good season and topped it off with a good tournament, too.
From Bradford, Jennifer Holt.
Jennifer Holt tonight got 11 points. She's the second Lady Lion named to the second Lady Red Devil named to the team. Dresden has one Lady Lion on the squad tonight.
From Halls, Pam Hutcherson.
Apparently none of the Halls girls are here tonight. Pam, Paula, and Gina. Pam and Paula Hutcherson and Gina Warren all named to the all-tournament team.
We've got some people behind us here hollering, give them to the Dresden and Bradford girls.
And finally, our tournament most valuable player from Dresden High School, Deneen Wyndham.
Well, that is kind of a compliment, I think. Says a lot about the coaches, says a lot about Wyndham, and it says a lot about Dresden's basketball program. Dresden placed two players on the team, Green and Wyndham, while Bradford placed two players on the teams, Sellers and Holt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another award, and it goes to our coaches. And before I present the award, I want to say thank you to all the coaches here at the tournament. I want to thank you for your cooperation, for your great level of play, and for the grand seasons that you've had. This year for our tournament, we have co-coaches of the tournament, and they go to Phil Meeks of Dresden and David Russell of Bradford.
Two very well-deserving coaches there, named co-coaches of the year in Region 7A.
Russell walks over, shakes the hand of Phil Meeks, or vice versa, below in the middle of him. That's a picture right there that I wish you could see. Below, handing out one plaque. Let's see who gets to go home with it. Meeks says, Russell, you take it home. And Russell says, okay, I will. And I'd like to get in the middle of that conversation. I don't know what's being said.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, the University of Tennessee at Martin is happy to be your host of the Region 7A tournament. We have great action tomorrow night starting at 7:30 with Clarksburg and South Fulton boys.
All righty. Well, that's our all-tournament team. We'll be back with scoring and statistics in just a couple minutes. We'll hear from our coaches, Phil Meeks and David Russell, and you're listening to the Region 7A Girls Basketball Championship.
While in Dresden for the sidewalk sale, stop into Kemp's Jewelry and Ladies Shop on the square for these great buys. One group of glitzy watches for ladies, 30% off. All Boulevard watches, 20% off. All spring and summer hang 10 sportswear has been reduced 20%. The height of sports fashion is ripped jeans, and Kemp's has them in bright colored fabrics, 30% off. This weekend only for the sidewalk sale. Kemp's Jewelry and Ladies Shop in downtown Dresden.
Those Esri brothers of Esri's Gas and Oil, Highway 22 bypass in Dresden, are hard-working, busy fellows who enjoy giving you fast and friendly service every time you pull up to their pumps. They show you how much you are appreciated. So if you're not already enjoying this fast, friendly service and lowest gasoline prices, then give them a try. You'll like the way those fellas operate, getting you back on the road. Esri's Gas and Oil is open early to late every day to serve you. Esri's Gas and Oil, Highway 22 bypass, Dresden.
Good news. The drugstore on the square in Dresden is having a tremendous March stock-up sale, saving you money on hundreds of items, including Tylenol Children's Chewable Tablets, $2.19. Advil is just $3.29 for 50 tablets or caplets. Vicks Formula 44, 44D, or 44M, now only $2.49. And Visine AC eye drops, now just $2.76. Tim Chandler Pharmacist says to come on in and save during the March stock-up sale at The Drugstore, Court Square in Dresden. Phone 364-2200.
Flash Cash, what Martin's talking about. It's the new 24-hour automated teller machine exclusively from City State Bank. Stop by our University Plaza branch and let us show you how state-of-the-art banking can make a convenient difference in your life 24 hours a day, just what your lifestyle demands. Flash Cash, another great reason to make us your choice for convenience. City State Bank, your financial choice.
Member FDIC.
Leland Powell Fasteners of Martin, proud to support the Tennessee Vols, UTM, and weekly county sports on WCMT, AM and FM, Martin.
Our final here tonight was 54-51 for some unofficial stats in the ball game. First of all, for rebounds, Dresden out-rebounded Bradford 27-20. Field goal shooting, Dresden shot 58% from the field, which is fine shooting, only able to muster 2 3-pointers for the night compared to the 9 that they had against the Halls girls team the other night. 45% shooting from the field for Bradford on 19 out of 42. The free throw line was a big difference in tonight's ball game. The scoring almost even. 12 out of 22 for Dresden for 54%. 69% from the free throw line for the Lady Red Devilettes on 11 out of 16. So only 1 point differs the outcome from the free throw line there. Dresden had 12 and Bradford had 11 turnovers. Big story in the ball game. 15 turnovers by Dresden, 9 turnovers by Bradford. Tenacious defense played by the Lady Red Devilettes. You can't say enough about David Russell and his team. He really had them ready to go tonight as they did a fine job on the defensive end of the floor. Paul?
4 out of this last 6 points for Bradford, though, you got to remember, came from the free throw line. 2 from Rader, 2 from Richardson, and squeezed in between those points were the 2 points that came from Cochran, who had a big bucket. And this basketball game, again, went down kind of to the wire as Oliver took a shot, and it turned out 54-51. Oliver couldn't get the three-pointer to go for Dresden, which would have tied it, but Richardson kind of pretty well iced Dresden down as they brought the ball down the court and took a shot with about 5 or 6 seconds on the clock. Been plenty of time to take the shot, Dave. Okay, and here's a look at the scoring in this basketball game. For Bradford, they had 12 points for Christy Cochran, 11 for Shannon Sellers. Holt had 11, 5 for Richardson. And, let's go back here. Rader had a dozen. Cochran had a dozen. 11 for Sellers, 11 for Holt, 5 for Richardson, and 2 for Michelle Street. And the score there, 54. Meanwhile, Dresden had 19 for Wyndham, 14 for Snyder, 10 for Green, 3 players in double figures, 5 for Danner, and 3 for Oliver. Mowbray played but did not score, and Foster played but did not score. Again, the final 54-51. Scoring by quarters, Dresden led 19-11 at the end of the first, 27-20 at the half. Dresden. Bradford led 19-11 at the end of the first, 27-20 at the half, but they trailed 38-34 as Dresden kind of came alive and outscored them 18-7 in the third quarter. And in the final, Bradford outscored Dresden 20-13, and it was 54-51. The game saw Bradford take the lead after they kind of just whittled away on the basketball game. And they actually whittled away when they taught it to 1, 51-50 with Raiders' 2 free throws. And then Cochran hit a couple to make it 52-51. And that's where they went ahead with less than a minute to go in the game. Phil Meeks will join us at the microphone. David Russell will be along with us, and we'll have more in a moment. Stand by. You're listening to the Region 7A Girls Championship game.
Mr. B Men's Shop is having their final clearance on all winter merchandise with savings of up to 75% on all that's left through this Saturday, March 4th. This includes all name brand men's winter fashions, shirts, suits, pants, shoes, and sportswear, all at savings of up to 75% off the regular prices. While in Dresden this weekend for the big sidewalk sale, take advantage of this final clearance on all winter merchandise at Mr. B Men's Shop on the square in Dresden, home of smart clothing and shoes for men.
No gamble when you deal with us. That's right, there's no gamble and no fuss when you deal with Dick Gossam Chrysler Plymouth Dodge. See the all-new 1989s on display, plus a good selection of 1988 leftovers, plus demos, executive cars, and low-mileage lease cars. So if you want to gamble, go to Vegas. But if you want to save big money, go to Dick Gossam Chrysler Plymouth Dodge, where everybody wins, because we take the gamble out of buying a new car at Dick Gossam Chrysler Plymouth Dodge. Come on in today.
Middle Road in Fulton.
Range Insurance and Martin Chapel Insurance Agency, 201 University in Martin have a question for homeowners. What would your home be without insurance coverage? The answer, probably the riskiest investment you've ever made. Range Insurance has homeowner packages in many shapes and sizes. Let Martin Chapel Insurance Agency, 201 University in Martin fit one for your home. Call 587-3846 for details.
For a paint with a beautiful color that's easy to apply and lasts a long, long time. You're in luck. It's in every can of True Test paint from your True Value hardware store. Hi, Pat Summerall to suggest Easy Care Interior Latex Paint with spatter-resistant formula and Weatherall Latex House Paint for year-round protection. You'll find them at your True Value hardware store. In Greenfield, your store of first choice for quality selection and service is E&J Brock True Value Hardware. Open Wednesday since World War II. Tell them Pat Summerall sent you.
Final score of the game, 54-51. It was Bradford winning it as they came from behind in the fourth quarter to do it. I think they were down 8, we said. I know they were down 42-36, and they had a lead of 8 in the ball game at 34-26, but Dresden whittled into it and went to work and went ahead by 4 at the end of 3 quarters. And then Dresden went ahead in the ball game, only to have that lead go away with less than 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Again, the final 54-51. Coach Phil Meeks joins us. Phil, it was a pretty glamorous third quarter and not too bad early in the fourth, but the makeup started wearing off, and the true colors came out right on the rear end of the ball game, and Dresden loses it. And the season's not over, though. You get to go and play another one.
Well, I told the kids that this is not a game to hang their heads. We didn't play very well. I thought the difference was we didn't play very well the first half. No matter what happened here down the stretch, if we'd have played a little bit better basketball in the first half, this second half stretch run that Bradford made, it wouldn't have mattered. We'd have had a big enough lead there to maybe to overcome that. Bradford did the job. They went there in the pressure situations, made the free throws, and we missed some shots and some free throws down there when we knew that they was going to have to foul us. And that's just the way the ball bounced tonight. I thought that this was the type of ball game that was going to be, from the standpoint that, we was coming off the big win on Tuesday night, very emotional ball game, and we just came out tonight, kind of stood around and was flat. One thing about it, I don't believe that, we showed Jackson West how that we can play basketball here tonight, and maybe they'll go home and be a little confident, and we're going to go in there Saturday night and play a little better and win the ball game, and then next week go to Murfreesboro.
Phil, I thought Bradford held their composure real well when Shannon Sellers fell out of the game, and I thought that was a real big element either for you or against you at that one time of the game where she went out of the game.
Well, I thought that, we made a run at them there when she was on the bench the first time and got the lead, and then we did some things that were unfortunate for us, turned the ball over a couple times and things like that, and allowed them to get back in it. And like I told the girls in our game, pre-game situations, that Bradford wasn't going to quit. They've been here. They're the defending regional champs. and they're going to play all the way through. They're going to play hard, and they're going to get after us, and we're going to have to do the same. And we just didn't quite do that tonight.
Well, this is kind of reminiscent of going to Bolton after losing in the regional championship a few years ago.
Well, you know, in my mind, this is the same type of situation that we were in, because the last time we played in this format, we'd come off the big win over Kenton, and Bradford beat us, and then we had to go down to Bolton and play a good team on their floor, and we took a tremendous crowd down there, and I figure that we'll do that again Saturday night as we go to Denmark West, and we'll play some good basketball down at West on Saturday night.
I don't know if our people have our highlight ready. Steve, do you have the last play of the game queued up for us? Come in, Steve.
No, Paul. I don't have that queued up yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought we'd get to here. I'll let David Russell pick it up here in a second. But nonetheless, Coach, I thought big element of the ball game was coming down the court with still 10 seconds to go. And just as, well, let me go back. You put the ball in the play, and Kelly Green gets a foul, and that was a tough break, because that put Richardson on the free throw line and allows him to take that lead right there.
Well, I thought the big play is when they allowed the timeout after we had the ball in bounds and coming down the floor a little bit. The whistle was late if it was, you know, if they did get the timeout, because we were in pretty good shape at that point to come down and score without having to, you know, set it up. We were going to, you know, just come down the floor and approach people. We were going to work like we had done the night before, and maybe, you know, good things would have happened again. But they got the timeout. They got the call down there on the inbounds, where we didn't do a good job there of running our press offense at that point, and their girls stepped to the line and made the free throws in a key situation, and then we had to come down and put the three up, and of course, you know, in that situation, it's just, you know, you hope that it goes in for the overtime, but it didn't, and so that's you know, the way the ball game ends. We're down 3.
You had Oliver taking the shot with a little time left. Did you want her, or did you want Danner to take it, or who did you want to take it? Or
well, we just, you know, at that point in time, whoever got open needed to put the shot up, and they kind of jumped out there on Janine, and Melissa was the one that was open, and she was the one that was able to get the shot off. We had, you know, the good open shot there for the 3. It just didn't fall.
The ball game, again, really turned the ball over too many times in the first half. That was really, I thought, where the game was won or lost.
Well, you know, you're absolutely right. That we didn't handle the ball very well, and you just can't, in these type of games, you just can't make, you know, the number of turnovers that we did tonight and expect to beat a good ball club.
You weren't in the game tonight, Phil. I don't want to sound pessimistic or whatever, but